This is Sobaka. She's my example dog for the day. She's very loud, so I may end up voicing over half of this because of this. But we're going to practice some crate training with her. So the very first step of crate training, which she's already done a handful of times, so we'll see if she decides to skip that part, is just letting the dog hang out in the crate for food. She has a bed in there because she wants one. But the first step is just letting the dog go in the crate, and then step 2, when they get comfortable just existing in the crate, is kennel. Becky, kennel, kennel. Yes, good kennel. And she puts all of her. Venus very upset she's not also being trained. We'll do her later. It's fine. I wait. Yes. I mark when all 4 feet are in the kennel. In the kennel. Good kennel. Good kennel. Sit. Kennel. Yes. Once there's no hesitation getting in the kennel and they're not nervous, you can start with step 3, which is I like to sit next to the kennel at this stage and put food in whenever they're calm and in the crate. Mainly just because I don't want her to think that she's being abandoned or that she's more trapped than she needs to feel. And just to keep her comfortable, and so I can continually reward the things that I like about her kennel behavior. At this stage, when you are working with the door closed, you can also give them a toy with treats in it, which will keep them busy, or you can just feed them or give them whatever kind of positive thing you want in their crate. When you are using food, what I generally suggest is, and I'll show you in a minute, when they are done with whatever it is and they start realizing that the door is indeed closed and they cannot get out, that is usually at this stage when I let them out, is when they realize that they are actually in. Like that, where she goes, hey, I don't want to be in here anymore. And then I'm like, you don't have to be. Bonus points if they don't actually come out of the crate. You can give them more because we want them to choose to spend as much time in the crate at this point as they can. You want them to enjoy being in the crate for whatever reason, whether it be food or just because you asked. I tend to stay close when doing the introductory stages of crate training just because I don't want them to get uncomfortable. And if they do get uncomfortable, I want to make sure that I can fix that as quickly as possible so that they don't backslide progress and we don't have to start over. My dog is being dramatic in the background because she's jealous. Yes. And then when they're comfortable with the door being closed for a couple seconds while you're sitting right there, you can give them something and step away for a bit and only come back when they're upset. So if I walked away and she were to start like barking, I would come back over and I would just wait with her until she quiets down and settles down, and then I would give her food. And once she was significantly calmed down and is no longer anxious inside the crate, that is when I would let her out. she desperately wants to be the one that I'm recording right now and training with. She's like, why to honor dog while you get the...
I love how she stops the stress behaviors as soon as I look at her.
Oh, yeah. My dog is well crate trained. She goes in there all the time by herself. She is being dramatic right now because she wants me to think she's stressed out, so I come and get her out. I know better. She's fine. She's just being dramatic. You need to take that? All right. The biggest thing with crate training is just waiting when they are anxious until they are no longer anxious, because you don't want to push your dog further than they need to be. Once you're at the point where you are regularly leaving them in the crate to enjoy whatever they're consuming inside of the crate, and they're comfortable for a couple minutes after they're done without getting upset, that is when you can go upstairs and do something else out of view while they're locked in the crate eating or whatever. Or you can go out into the backyard for a couple minutes or what have you, so that you're gone for a few minutes, but you're still within earshot and you know if they're getting upset. And repeat the process of go by the crate when they start making a fit and waiting until they calm down, feeding them, and then letting them out once they're significantly calm. And when they get to the point where they're going into the crate because they want to and not because you told them to, spending more time in the crate than they have to when they're done with their food, and comfortable being left unattended for a few minutes inside of the crate after they've finished their food, that is when you can start leaving them alone in the crate for small chunks of time while you are gone doing other things, starting with like 5-10 minutes outside to moving up to hours. I'm going to make another video about crate sizing, which I will put in the description or the comments, depending. See, she's done now. She no longer wants the food. She just wants to come out. So I'm going to let her because she wants
No, I think she just wants more food.
No, she wants more. She doesn't. She's just annoyed we're not doing more, vigorous training today. It's just sit in the box and be quiet.
Yeah, she's not good at that one.
She's not good at that one. But, if you've noticed, she's far more quiet in the crate than she is outside of the crate. Because we've worked on, you're not coming out of the crate unless you are quiet. Like, you need to be calm in the crate in order to get food. So, she's a lot calmer. She is crate trained for when she comes over, so that she has somewhere quiet and safe to eat and to take naps when no one else will bother her. Because my cats steal her food because she's about the size of my cats. So that is most of what I have for today.